Well, hello friends, and welcome back to another video. We're here Orlando-based flight attendant. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. It is now 5:43 in the morning. I'm making some breakfast so that I can start getting ready to head over to work. I picked up a Ponce turn today. Our report time is 8:05 a.m. Instead of getting ready and then coming to the kitchen and running around to make breakfast and all that, I decided to just do it now, sit down for a second, eat, and then slowly start getting ready so that I can be on my way to the airport. Today I want to show you what happens before getting to work, going to work, and what happens after we come back to work. Most of the times you guys get to see while we're on a trip and we're doing stuff and how do we get to places. But I think this might be very helpful for those that in the future might want to come work here. Let's get this vlog started. I don't know why I made it sound like I was making a lot. All I'm making for breakfast is hard-boiled eggs. I'm gonna drink this oats overnight shake. It is the birthday cake flavor and it's sitting at 15 grams of protein. All you have to do is add water and refrigerate. You have to do at least 4 hours before. This is not sponsored, guys, but it tells you like up to where you have to fill up the water and then it gives you the instructions. I've never tried it before. Yo, this is actually very good. I really like this. After I got back from a trip, I worked at Ponce turn that I picked up, and then that same Friday, I hopped on the red eye Orlando to Aguadilla to go see my parents for a day. So I got to Aguadilla Saturday at like 2:30 in the morning. My dad picked me up, dropped me off at my mom's house, and then in the morning he picked me up again, and I spent the entire morning with my dad, and then my mom got off work and then she picked me up at my dad's. Then I spent the entire afternoon with my mom, and then at nighttime my dad picked me up again and drove me to the airport so that I could hop on the red eye to Orlando. So I got back at like 6 in the morning yesterday, and I wanted to pick up the camera yesterday and like really show you guys like everything that I did, because I did a lot. I went grocery shopping, I packed my bags, I got my uniform ready, I did some laundry, I did some meal prep, and then by like 8:30 I was already in bed. I only picked up 3 turns this month so that I could get to my 100 hours. So I picked up the one last Friday, this one, and then I have another turn next week. Anyway guys, a lot of chit chatting this morning, but thought I'd come on here, share with you what I did this weekend. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend as well. Now let's take care of these hard-boiled eggs. While I'm eating here, I normally take time to reply to you guys' comments. So that's currently what I'm doing. Almost done here. Anyway guys, I am ready to head over to the airport. It is currently 6:44. I need to be on my way in 1 minute. And then our airport time is 8:05. Should get to the airport around 7:05. So exactly 1 hour before I need to check in. So let's go.
Why is it so humid in Florida? Every time I leave my apartment, I think it's nice and cool, and as soon as I open that door, it hits me. And I'm like, can't do this, you can't be here. But I really like being here. So anyway, it's like a love-hate relationship with Orlando. It is 7:03, made it to the employee parking lot, but their parkings aren't parking, you know? Usually around this time, a lot of people are coming back from red eyes and, you know, just finishing their overnight shifts. So I was hoping that I could find something closer, but it seems like there really isn't. Oh, let's do this thing. Right under a tree. Checking time as always 1 hour prior departure, so our departure is 9:05, so our check-in time is at 8:05, but we're not required to be at the gate until 15 minutes prior departure. So check-in time 8:05, but I don't really need to be at the gate until 8:15, and then we'll start boarding at 8:20. There we go. I'm flying in the back alley for this turn. I originally had a 3-leg turn today with a report time of 5:35 a.m., but I went ahead and swapped for this turn. 7:08 right now. Let's catch a shuttle to the terminal. Made it to the plane. It is dark in here because the plane is off. Captain and the FO just got here. And we still have plenty of time before we need to start getting everything ready. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get my pre-flights done. And just like that, the lights are on. Let's get the galley settled. welcome through Ponce. We got here some time ago. We actually got in like 25 minutes early. It is currently 12:02 and everybody got off the plane super quick. We have to board, I think it's either 12:14 or 12:19, one of the two. So we have a little bit of time before we start boarding. Flight time here was 2 hours and 30 minutes. It was a very good flight, and I swapped positions in the back galley, so now I'm actually making some announcements and doing other responsibilities. Snacking on something right now before we start working back to Orlando. I think the flight is supposed to be like 2:47. That's supposed to be a full boat as well. We're flying on a 320 Neo, so we have capacity for 186 people. See you when we get back to Orlando. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Orlando. Just made it to the employee parking lot. About to go home. Currently 4:30 p.m. We're supposed to get here like 4:15, but we ended up landing like 40 minutes early. And so by the time people deplaned and all that, and I took the shuttle to come to the employee lot, it is now 4:30. The turn was good. The flight time was originally 2:47, but I think we ended up flying for like 2:31, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. And the 2:47 was not even our original block time, so it ended up being less, way less than what the flight was actually blocked at. I am starving. Good thing I meal prepped yesterday because I don't have to worry about that today. The only thing I have to do is dice some potatoes and roast them, because I'm gonna eat those with ground chicken and broccoli that I meal prepped yesterday for my trip starting tomorrow. I still have to go over my bag and do a few more things. I had a fantastic crew. Crews make everything better. Even if you're having a bad day, you're gonna have a wonderful time. And so I am glad that that was the case today. Also, scheduling did not call me to notify about my schedule change. So I have to look at my contract, because I have a feeling that they're gonna call me in the middle of the night. And technically they were supposed to call me 24 hours prior my report time, which is 6 something a.m. So they should have called me by 6 a.m. today. But we'll see what happens with that. I just need to make sure that I look at my legalities. This is so important when you're a flight attendant, regardless of what airline you work for. You know, the hours that you're allowed to work, when do they need to call you by? It's not always like that, but in some cases, like, there are some things that you're like, wait a second, that doesn't sound right. You don't want to go to work and be all tired, and you don't want to go to work if you're not supposed to go to work. It's not even about being tired, but if you don't have to be there, then you shouldn't be there. Just getting out of the shower. Great. I did some meal prep yesterday, so take a look at this. Cilantro, lime rice, and grilled teriyaki. So this is what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. And then I meal prep broccoli. This is ground chicken, sweet potatoes. So I'm probably gonna do some bowls. So this is what we're gonna work on later, but now let's eat. Currently having dinner. I'm about to call my family, check in with them. It is currently 5:28, so almost an hour later after I got out of work. Just call mom first. We should call mom, dad, and then my sister. Hola, bendición, ¿cómo estás? Just to give you guys a little update, I fell off the wagon for the past, I want to say like 3 weeks. I said it with more accent than I should have. What I mean by that is that I wasn't really putting in the effort to meal prep again. I noticed that my body was feeling different. And even though I wasn't reflecting on the weight, I felt like I was just going back to old habits, and I didn't want to do that. And I've been open here about my weight loss journey and, you know, trying to switch for other items. I've also talked about my struggles sometimes when it comes to getting to hotels and wanting to order food, which is part of old habits. But I've been very strong this week, and I've been cooking at home and doing everything that I'm supposed to. I'm back to saving that money because I was eating out. Today, everything I ate, I brought from home. Yesterday, I ate at home all day. I think, in a way, even though like I feel like I wasn't following what I was doing, I was conscious enough to realize that I was going back to old habits. So I am proud of myself for that. Here are the potatoes. I'm just gonna throw them in the air fryer. Let's do it. All right, off you guys go. We're going on a 4-day trip. We're basically working some flights on the first day, laying over. The second day we're working a flight, laying over. The next day we're working 2 flights, and then we work a red eye that same day. It's very similar to the trip that we did last week, but you're gonna have to wait until the next vlog to find out where we're going. I do need clothes for at least 3 days, so I am thinking that we're gonna go with 2 gym outfits, 2 shorts, 2 shirts, some loungewear / pajamas, and then uniforms, a pair of shoes, and I think that's it. So I got 4 shirts here, which I'm going to use to lounge, work out, go out. I have some shirts here, workout shirts. I don't know if I should bring an outfit to like go for dinner or something, because I don't really have plans. Do I know anyone? I don't think I know anyone on this crew. And surprisingly, I am the most senior on this trip. Should I bring a bathing suit in case we encounter a pool or a body of water? I don't think we're really going to a body of water. No, I don't think we should. Almost done with packing my bag, so I have all of my electronics here, uniform. This is where I have all of my clothes. This is my underwear. Then I have a pair of hybrid shoes, which I usually use to go out and to run or walk. And I have my Manta Sleep because guess what? We are working a red eye on that trip. My battery dies, I was talking to you. My toiletry bag goes under, and then this packing cube goes over it. And then this room right here is for my steamer, which I always travel with. I'm gonna start putting my required duty items and stuff here. My tablet is actually charging in the kitchen. I think we're done with the packing. Let's go to the kitchen and finish up the meal prep. Yo, look how good they turn out. I know a lot of y'all be like, oh, it's probably on the burnt side. I like them like this. Here's a little issue that I have. I want to pack everything in these glass containers because I don't like heating up food in plastic containers. But if I bring 3 or 4 or even 2 of these, it's 4 containers that I'm gonna have to be carrying around in the course of 4 days. So I'm thinking, if I leave the ground chicken here, take this plastic container, if I add the potatoes to this one, and I leave the broccoli here, or I'll probably switch it to another container, and then I just carry this one, everything else will be plastic, and whenever I'm going to heat up my food, I can just transfer it to this one. I think that's probably gonna be a smarter thing to do, rather than trying to carry around all glass containers. So let's put everything together and see how I feel when it comes to the lunchbox. Let's do it. It is 6:31. The plan right now is to finish up here in the kitchen so that I can slowly start making my way to my room and go to bed. And I have to wake up super early tomorrow, so it's gonna be another early one. Not as early as today. As you guys know, I got out of work at 4:30. It is now 6:30. Thank you so much for coming to work with me. I hope that you guys got a different perspective of what happens after we come back from a turn or a trip, because this happens too when we come back from a trip. It's usually like that, you know, you have to shower, eat, pack, meal prep, and kind of like get ready for the next day. And it's definitely fun. Sometimes can be stressful, but I truly enjoy it. And so I hope that you guys, again, enjoy this vlog. If you did, please smash that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm going to see you next time for another adventure. Take care.